In Acts chapter 9, we are introduced to a very powerful man named Saul. He was doing all he could to stop the church and to crush their freedom. God is the one who gives freedom. Galatians 5:1 says it was for freedom that Christ has set us free. And there were many slaves in the early church, and the church did not stop slavery by revolt. They had freedom, and that freedom was God-given. This man, Saul, who was trying to stop the church, would soon join the church and later write that he would become a prisoner and a slave to Christ. In our story today, though, he is a man who is powerful. He's trying to scare people with threats and look intimidating. Saul would not stop. He was obsessed, and he was looking to drive the early church right into the ground. Jesus had already given the promise that nothing could stop the church. As he journeyed near Damascus, suddenly there was a bright light that shone around Saul, and he was knocked off his horse. And as he fell to the ground, and God asked him the question, "Why are you persecuting me? Why are you trying to stop me?" Jesus considered that the church was part of himself. Saul saw the blinding light and heard a voice and looked up and asked, "Who are you, Lord?"
I am Jesus whom you are persecuting. Arise and go to the city, and you will be told what you must do.
And because Saul was blinded, he needed someone to grab him by the hand and lead him back to the city. He could not see. God sent Saul to a man named Ananias to pray for him. Ananias, who's normally pretty fast wherever he goes, was in a sleep, and he was having a vision. And in that vision, God told him to go to the street called Straight. And there he would meet a man named Saul. Ananias was afraid because he knew Saul was trying to stop the church. He knew that he also might be harmed if he went to the street straight. But he still was obedient and listened to what God told him to do, even though it was going to be possibly dangerous and even life-threatening. Wherever we go, wherever he leads, trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus, but to trust and obey. Saul and Ananias did not become fast friends. In fact, there was some animosity between them. Something that seemed that it was hard to forgive and even get rid of. Sometimes when people don't get along, they find other reasons to not agree. And God was asking Ananias and Saul to both trust him, and eventually God would make them great friends.